Hey guys, I'm Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite eyeshadows. That includes eyeshadow palettes and single eyeshadows, and high-end as well as affordable, because I genuinely want to tell you guys all of the eyeshadow palettes that I use, and pretty much these are the only ones that I use. And yeah, I've decluttered a lot of my eyeshadows and a lot of my makeup actually, and I got rid of a lot of eyeshadows and just kept the ones that I gave away a lot of the eyeshadows. I got rid of a lot of the eyeshadows that I owned and kept the ones that I genuinely reach out for, so that I can get to use them a lot more. And I'm so happy with my collection right now. Not that I have a very limited collection, but I do have a more sorted collection. So before we get started, if you guys are wondering what's on my eyes, I myself don't know. I mixed up so many eyeshadows just to play around a little bit. I have these moments every now and then where I mix up a lot of eyeshadows. So yeah, I don't even know how it looks, but to me, yeah, I was just playing around, and it's just makeup. I can always remove it. I'm going to be doing that just after I'm done with this video as well. And on my lips also, I have MAC Meher paired up with a lot of shades, just so that I didn't know what was I didn't know what is going to pair up well with this eyeshadow. Anyways, let's get started. The first one is the Mars Northern Lights in a Pan eyeshadow palette. Not the liquid eyeshadow, not the liner, the eyeshadow pan. I have got so much use out of it, especially all of these shades except the shade Norwegian Lights, which I don't use that much. I use this shade called, see, you can even see it's half gone. It's broken, but it's also used a lot. I have the shade Canadian Gleam, Swirling Sweden, and Finland Flash. Finland Flash is my most used shade. It has a beautiful reflex of a little bit of a green as well as a pink, so it just looks so good. Okay, and this has a nice reflex. It's like a very nice sheen. It looks like you've done a lot, but because it's a duochrome eyeshadow, it just is enough on its own. It's not supremely pigmented or foily, so if you have a base eyeshadow, it does work in elevating the eye look. But I've used this just on its own without even concealing my eyelid, and these show up so well. So if you wanted the shade Finland Flash, this is how it looks. It looks so mild and subtle here. It looks so mild and subtle here, but on the eyes, they look so good. So these are some of the eyeshadows you must try out. They are really nice. Also from Mars, they have these spot eyeshadows, which I do really like, but I feel like they can be a little bit heavy looking and flaky. So you have to use a very light hand with it. I have a lot of shades, but the shade 06 Starlit Pot is also something I really like. It's a beautiful pink, but you can see even when you're taking it off, you can just see it looks chunky. It's a little bit harder to work around this. Even when you pick it up, it looks a little bit chunky. They are not bad. They're really nice, and a lot of people can get anything to work around. So if you're like that and you're not just a beginner, you can try these out, but they have that beautiful sheen. So on the eyes, you just have to give a light tap, not apply too much of it. It will look really nice on the eyes. Okay, don't pick up too much product. And then my current favorite obsession is from Daily Life Forever 52. These eyeshadows, you can pick it up in any shade you like. I have so many shades, I don't even know where to start. These are really nice. So they have cool tone shades, pink shades, brown, golden shades, so you can pick and choose the one you want. Most of it is always sold out. These are beautiful eyeshadows. They are pigmented on its own. You don't really need a base eyeshadow. They look like a wet sheen on the eyes. They're not dry, they're not cakey looking, and also they don't flake. They don't really have a lot of fallout, and it looks like you've done a lot, but you've just put in bare minimum effort, and I love it. So what I have as a base eyeshadow right now is the eyeshadow in the shade Icy Star, which I'll just give you a swatch. And also these are very delicate. They tend to break a little bit, but they don't fall off from the pan. So just make sure to use them very carefully. They are a little bit fragile, as most of these kind of eyeshadows are, because they're so softly pressed. I don't know, my swatches are not doing any justice to it. This is a beautiful silver actually, but if you can wet it, you can get more reflex out of it. And on the eyes actually, they look amazing. So I have shown swatches of these in another video, like a shorts video. I've swatched all of it on my hand, you can see it. But on the eyes, they look beautiful and foily. Amazing. Like, it's the base eyeshadow I have and it speaks for itself. And for single eyeshadows from high-end brands, I really like this Too Faced single eyeshadows. You can pick up any shade that you like. My most used shade is of course Hypnotic and Mystic Pink and all of that. These are a little bit pricier, so if you just want to stick to the Daily Forever 52 one, you can. You don't really have to like go ahead and buy these because these are a little bit pricey, but they also are just beautiful sheen without a lot of chunky fallout. Looks amazing, looks so put together, like you've done a lot. It looks like that. And this is the shade Mystic Pink. It's beautiful on the eyes as well, and it's very beginner friendly. You don't really have to do a lot. Sometimes you get an eyeshadow palette and you're like wondering what goes where, how do you blend this. You don't even really need any other eyeshadow when you use this. Maybe a little bit bronzer in your crease, you can skip that too. Like right now I don't even have anything in my crease, and just these eyeshadows did work really well. So I have this Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. Where did I leave it? So this is in the shade Space Cowboy, which I used on my inner corner today. That's all I used this for pretty much, never on its own. And I feel like it's a great like pop of color for the inner corner. This is how it looks like. If I swatch, I don't even think you can see anything. Like that's how it is. But because of that kind of like a non-pigmented version of this eyeshadow, you actually really need a base eyeshadow for this. I also have it in the shade Glitter Rock, which I use more than Space Cowboy, but also this is a lot better with a base eyeshadow, but on its own as well. I've used it a ton. It reflects much better on the eyes. And then I have these single eyeshadows from e.l.f, which I have recommended quite a bit in my videos before. This is in the shade Straight Fire. I have the shade Pop of Pink, and this one is Champagne Showers, which is said to be a dupe for the Urban Decay Space Cowboy. These also feel like dry, okay? When you first apply it, you'd be like, what in the world is this girl recommending? Why is it so dry? And when you apply it, you'll be like, where is the pigment? But these also work really well with a base eyeshadow and then like an eyeshadow topper, and they have this beautiful sheen. And even though it looks so dry on the eyes, it doesn't look that dry. So you can try it out if you want to, but if you just wanted a pigmented one and done eyeshadow, you don't really want to have a base eyeshadow, just stick to the Daily Forever 52 ones. You don't really have to pick this up. And then moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I have these from Nars. These are their Blooming eyeshadow palettes. I have it in different variants, but my most used one is this one in Orchids. Yeah, this is the one that I have used a lot. The shimmer is nice and pigmented, and the matte shades are also really nice and pigmented. Like this black is super pigmented, so this is a very nice handy palette to carry around. And especially if you don't really have a lot of eyeshadows, you can invest in like one or two of these just for those transition shades and shades for your outer corner and everything, and these perform so well. Okay, do not fall for like my swatches. I'm not doing the best. I'm not applying a lot of pressure, and I don't even want it to be clickbaity. This is the kind of swatch I can get with my hands, but I've used these so much that I know how these perform, and they're really nice. And if you have also tried out these eyeshadows, you would know how these eyeshadows perform. So they have a lot of different variants. This is called Imperial, which is more orange toned. So if you like this kind of a color scheme, you can try it out. I have not even used this that much because I don't really use oranges. They have a nice pink scheme, which is called Dahlia, and they also have a beautiful colorful eyeshadow, like a lot of greens, which is called Plush, and this is what it looks like. I probably should be getting to using this, and I think it would look great with this kind of an outfit color as well. So these are some of the eyeshadows you can try out and test out for yourself. They're not even that expensive, and they don't like sting and burn your eyes. I've been using this palette forever, and it's really good. And then another palette is from Swiss Beauty. This is their Pure Luster eyeshadow palette. I'm not sure if this is still available. These also are one of my most used this is in the shade 02, which is one of my most used palette. I love the shimmer on this. Like usually Swiss Beauty eyeshadow palettes have dry shimmer, but for some reason these are not dry. You can see that sheen it has. They are pigmented. The matte shades are also really nice, and they have a couple of different variants. So if you want to, you could try these out as well. These are eyeshadow quads, easy to travel with, easy to carry along. And if you're a beginner, you don't really need a big giant eyeshadow palette that can really confuse you. These just, it's like the placement is already done. So this goes your transition, this goes in your outer corner, and you can also pull it to your crease, this all over your lid, this towards your outer corner as well, and this is just an eyeshadow look on its own. And then another eyeshadow palette that not a lot of people really like, but I really like, is this one from Lamel. This one is their 402 shade, and this is a little bit more cool toned, and a lot of people find this to be drying, not pigmented enough, but I have got some of the most amazing eyeshadow looks with this, and you can see how much I have actually used these up. Like I would never use this and all in my crease because I feel like I don't really like cool tone shades in my crease, but for some reason all over the lid and the outer corner these shades work out so well, and I use these like on my lower lash line or to diffuse out some eyeshadow. This is a really nice palette. I really like it. Let me know if you guys have tried this out and if you like it as well. That's the kind of sheen you get. This is the matte shade, a little bit of like a cool tone brown, but really nice shades, all of them. So yeah, this is the color scheme of this palette, and I really happen to like it. And then for like a eyeshadow palette, like a bigger palette, the one that I really like but priced really like on the higher side from an affordable brand is Prosh Beauty. This one is their Showstopper palette. Now it's easy for me to recommend this because this was actually sent to me. I have worked with this brand, but I have kept this palette and not decluttered it because I absolutely love the formulation of this. It's worth it if you pick it up on a really good discount, otherwise just don't pay full price for it. But this color scheme, the way these eyeshadows look on me, it's amazing. You would think it's a very generic palette until you try to get like a good look out of it. You'll be like, wow, it looks so nice. They have a nice pigmented black shade, a nice deep sort of burgundy brown shade, purples, gold, rose gold, duochrome shades. They have everything in this, and I think they have another variant as well, which of course I didn't pick up because it was really pricey, and maybe if it comes on a really good discount I will pick it up. The quality of these eyeshadow palettes are really nice, but because of the price I wouldn't be like you must get this, but it's nice. It's a nice palette. And then we have this one from Nars. This is something that I picked up because it was on discount and I absolutely loved it and reached out for it, and I have traveled with it quite a bit as well. This one is their Afterglow Irresistible palette, and this is what the color scheme of this looks like. Simple like rose gold warm shades, but something that I would reach out for a lot. And they have that soft sheen on the eyes. They don't look dry, they don't look flaky, and the like matte shades are really nice and pigmented, and I absolutely love this color scheme. So that's the reason I bought this and I've used it, and because it's not an extremely big palette I really like it. So if I'm getting ready for an occasion, especially not in my studio, I'm like traveling, I'm carrying it, it's so easy to carry this, and it's also pretty sturdy. It doesn't break very easily. And the last one I have is a cult classic product, and I absolutely love this. This one is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, which I've got a lot of use out of. This is pretty much most of the times on discount, like for 40% off and everything. If you are investing in an eyeshadow palette like for your bridal use or like building a makeup kit, and you're like just want that one eyeshadow palette that does it for you, I think you would really like it because the shimmer shades are really nice, works really well for Indian skin tones, pigmented enough. The matte shades are also really good, and it doesn't disappoint you. Like I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes from Anastasia that have been discontinued, like the Jackie Aina palette, and I think even the Norvina palette, I think even the Norvina palette, I'm not sure if this is available or discontinued, but this is such a good quality eyeshadow palette, especially if you're in for something like this, like the purple shades. And that's the reason I kept this, because this is something I do reach out for when I want those kind of like purple shades. It's something like I have a mixture of all of those eyeshadows on my eyes, but Anastasia does make really good eyeshadow palettes. They're just extremely pricey, but if you can find them on discount, they're completely worth it, and they don't like feel very dry over time. And the reason I haven't included recommended any Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette is because over time I feel like they just dry down, and like the shimmer shades become so like sandpaper like on the eyes. They don't really have any pigment. The matte shades are pretty good but still on the drier side, so their formulation is not my favorite. That's pretty much it. I don't really have any liquid eyeshadows or stick eyeshadows that I really like. So let me know if you have any recommendations and if you want me to add any more to this list. So let me know that as well in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.